Well, Michael, you're listening to the very 4th episode of the Celtic Crack Podcast. It doesn't matter if you're white, Asian, Indian, or black.
Stop bullying yourself.
Everybody enjoys the crack.
Love it. Fair play, Joe.
You 2 weeks to think of that one, man. Fair play, man. Fair play.
We'll have to get him a job writing short stories or
That's
something.
it, yeah.
But anyway, as I was saying, there was a fucking... it was in Dunn's stores in Ireland somewhere. Some fella... I heard this story. I don't know if it's real or what. But they paid a child to go up and say, I'm after losing my mother. Polish kid or something like that. And they wasn't Irish anyway. What's your mum's name? Tess. What's her second name? Cause cheaper.
Oh, yeah.
You went over the intercom. Tess cause cheaper. Tess cause cheaper.
Well, too good, boy. Nah, man. Jesus Christ. The funniest one I ever seen, though, was the one where your man just got off the plane and in Amsterdam went up to the reception looking for, we'll say, a girl that was just getting off the plane.
Was this the story you just told there 2 seconds ago?
Yeah, exactly. That very story.
I didn't hear it. I'm only taking a piss of it.
But like, went up to the reception then, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm just looking for a girl like, just coming off the plane. What's her name? Annie Yolks." Straight up over the intercom. Then, yeah, fella's just here looking for an Annie Yolks. He's just off the plane.
You're in the right place, bro.
Yeah, in the right place.
What
And
have
his
we got
friend
up here?
Charlie.
Yeah.
Sick.
What have we got up here?
nice.
Vera Toomey announces daughter is starting cannabis-based treatment in the Netherlands.
Oh, that's an old one. There's fucking finally a bit of good news in the news this week. Vera Toomey, fucking surely everyone knows who Vera Toomey is at this stage.
I know 7 of them.
But she's after
She's at least in the top 3.
her daughter is after being granted a license for medicinal cannabis in Ireland.
Just fucking legal.
She did the walk, wasn't it? Where was it?
she
Where was that
walked,
from?
she
No,
did
that was
something
for
like-
her son, was it?
No.
Did walk from Cork to Dublin.
Yeah, for her daughter.
For her
Oh, it's for her daughter,
yeah.
was it?
Yeah.
Her daughter, that's her daughter there, Eva. She has like an extreme form of epilepsy where she was getting like 20 or more seizures a day. Like her whole body was locking up and everything, and tried everything. Nothing was working. Someone told her to try cannabis. She tried it. Surprise, surprise. Just fucking stopped the seizures like that.
Yeah.
So she went into the government, to fucking her doctor, to everyone, and they were just like, no, you can't use that. You can't use that. She ended up having to move to the Netherlands with her fucking daughter. I think it was all crowdfunded. I'm not sure, but she moved over to the Netherlands or whatever just so she could get this cannabis for her daughter. Like
The Kickstarter
and
thing,
she
was it?
had, yeah, something like that. I
GoFundMe
think.
or something like that.
Yeah,
What did it do?
anyway.
Stop the seizures?
Yeah.
Stopped everything,
And what
yeah.
can the drug dealers do to stop the seizures?
No, but like it does work. You've seen like multiple different types of
Fucking
Stops my
man,
multiple
it
orgasms
seems-
anyway.
It seems to cure everything. Like it's
And
ridiculous.
stop jizzing all over the place. Like.
but like it's when it's concentrated. Like I'm pretty sure it's not like it's like the CBDs that
THC,
they
no?
need. It's like the not the stuff that gets you high. You know, it's another.
I think
side.
it's a, yeah, it's
think
a, yeah, yeah,
of the
yeah.
molecules.
It's a strain of
but there's-
cannabis that doesn't get you high, but it's got the medicinal purposes.
the way
That's no good to me.
The way CBD oil works, and the reason why CBD oil is legal here, but that's not what she needs apparently, because the CBD oil
I'm
has
assuming CBD oil you can't get stoned off it.
no. That's what I was just about to say.
See,
Yeah.
you have the male and female plant.
But with the fucking CBD oil, if you have, or the CBD oil only contains something like 0.02% of THC. THC is the ingredient in cannabis that's actually illegal. Like,
Yeah.
so it has so little THC in it that CBD oil is okay. But CBD oil is only for like inflammation and stuff like that. It kind of helps with like joints and stuff like that if you've arthritis or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think it's good for like more extreme stuff. I think you need a more kind of a potent cannabis oil.
Well,
Like, have you seen
that
it actually?
PhD didn't go to waste on no huge.
Oh, I'm telling you, man, I've been studying this shit. Like,
I've
Have
got a
you seen it
PhD on THC. Get that one around your head, lads.
I've got a pretty huge dick when I'm smoking weed. Is that what you mean?
Swinging low. What's called it? Have you actually seen it work? Have you like seen a child having?
I
a
saw
full-blown
the video.
seizure?
I saw the video, man. A young fella, man, and she had like the cannabis oil or whatever it was cannabis anyway, but in a syringe into his mouth within like 10-15 seconds. The kid was just
Have you seen the one of the old man with Parkinson's?
Rastafari.
Yeah, man.
Just
There's a-
absolutely full on.
There's a video there of a fella with Parkinson's. Like
I
his
saw that as
whole
well, yeah.
body is just going mental, and he takes the stuff, and within a few seconds, he's just like, I can't believe it. I can speak
dreadlocks
even."
and a guitar appears out of nowhere, and he's just concrete jungle.
Next thing you know, he was walking down the road with his balls in a wheelbarrow, singing
Buffalo
Soldier.
I'm afraid you've got testicular cancer.
So
Score!
Just trying to get a little bit of cancer, Stan.
Yeah. Tell mom it's okay. Did hear under an X-ray with the fucking what's that sun yoke, that mirror underneath the chin, smoking.
So what's the
fags.
story? She's gone now to Netherlands to do that now.
No, she was over there for ages because that's the only place. Well, she couldn't get the treatment here, so she went to the Netherlands, and her daughter has been months without getting a seizure, like because she's using this cannabis oil. And now she's been protesting. She's been walking from, I think she walked from Cork to Dublin or something like that.
That was it, yeah.
And she's just all over the internet, constantly putting pressure on him. And then just, I think about 2 days ago, she got the news that she's after being granted a license for her daughter to receive it in
Epic.
Ireland.
Yeah.
That's fucking amazing. Like.
It is amazing. Fair play to the woman.
But it's people like
What-
her that are going to push forward, like for
But what
the more
was
positive things.
what
like.
was legalized so recently, cannabis wise? There was something legalized. It was medicinal marijuana, but obviously if she had to
is
walk
the thing,
from
yeah.
Cork to Dublin
I thought it was as well. I thought medicinal marijuana was legalized here a few years ago. But obviously...
a few
it's-
years ago.
Yeah. I was sure I heard about that a few years ago, that they made it accessible to certain people.
They
or
were
something like
talking
that.
about it, man. It was around the same. This was back in 2013. They were talking about that, and the whole gay marriage referendum thing came up as well. And it was written in the Bible, man. If a man chooses to lie with another man, he should be stoned. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
The two go hand in hand.
I would have to go on a date with any Yorks. I know to walk from Dublin to
What do you honestly think? What do you honestly think about cannabis being legalized here in Ireland?
I
I
think
don't
it-
see it happening.
I think it should
don't.
be legalized.
Of
I
course
think it should, but I don't
even-
think it will.
I've never even smoked weed in my life, and I think it should be legal.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
You
don't-
have smoked it.
But could you
No, I
imagine?
haven't.
I just can't
Never?
imagine having, the likes of like coffee shops all around Ireland. I just can't see it.
Not the likes of that, no, but actual weed, smoking weed. Like, I don't think I can
I can't see that happening.
No. I mean, we've Amsterdam have that for tourism. Do you know what I mean? We don't need something like that for tourism because we have the green fucking pastures. We've the
Yeah.
At the end of the
castles
day,
and
We have
stuff
the
like
ring
that.
of Kerry.
at the end of the day, I don't.
I've been
agree
to that
with
ring, man. That
Fun
Kerry's a
ring.
dirty mare. Boy.
it, But I would rather
She's riding half the island.
I would rather walk into a group of lads on cannabis than I would on alcohol.
100%.
Of course,
All
yeah.
day.
I'd
What are you gonna do? Like,
I'd rather my kids fucking smoke joints. Well, I obviously have to have kids first, but I'd rather them smoke joints than drink. Genuinely.
Genuine.
Genuine.
Genuine. Cos.
Genuine. Gen wine.
It's fucking ridiculous, like that alcohol is legal and weed isn't. And like in my own opinion, like in a lot of people,
It's
might
not
agree with it,
ridiculous in
but-
Ireland.
But anyway, if I can finish a sentence.
Go on.
Fucking hell.
This is a podcast,
See,
not a
keep-
debate.
Keep ruining my train of thought. Now I'm after forgetting what I was saying.
Did I?
Oh yeah, if it was up to me, all drugs would be legal.
Yeah.
All for adults. If a fucking adult wants to do something, like who the fuck is anyone else to tell them what?
But it's
they
the
can
way
and
that
can't
they've been
do?
taught.
Human
like-
right. It should be your human right to do it.
Yeah,
You know, there should be no law saying you can't.
Yeah. But look,
just plants like.
the way I look
Makes
at it
fucking-
is like my grandfather thinks it is, that like if when he hears marijuana, like he thinks heroin, he thinks
the devil.
My
he thinks
mother's
the devil,
same, my
like
father's the same
straight
as
up,
well,
like.
yeah.
And I wouldn't mind then
That's what
he'd
they-
smoke 40 fags a day if you're not a bother, and then
People
he'd
go
drink
mad for
3 or 4
fucking
nights a
people
week.
go
like.
mad for fucking cocaine and heroin and shit like that. And I know they're bad or whatever, like, but cigarettes kill more people than fucking any other drug in the fucking planet.
And alcohol.
And alcohol as well. Yeah,
100%.
yet they're legal.
Look how many
Because you
families.
can tax the shit out of it. But why not make other drugs illegal and tax the shit out of them?
Exactly, that's what they should do. And then there'll be better quality drugs available as well. Like.
There's
There'll be-
clearly another
just-
reason afoot, like because of it, like they're not just going to legalize it because there's obviously more reasons, because there's more reasons to keep it illegal and to keep more people incarcerated. Like that's what America clearly wants.
Oh yeah.
Now obviously that
The whole
that trend
war
seems to
on
be changing,
drugs.
but that that's what they want. Like if you see, like what was it about your man? There was an African American that was put in jail for like I think the accumulation of around 3 joints, and spent
America?
36 years in prison.
In America.
You're having a laugh.
That is the truth. That is true.
Fuck
Like
me.
you know what I mean? Just say
You
like
sure it wasn't Thailand? No.
while you're even there, just check like longest stretch for like marijuana
Longest-
possession
long-
in longest stretch in prison for
Was it in America? It happened.
it was in America, yeah, because I watched him.
They
like,
wanted
coming
him for
out,
something, man.
come
or-
out like and meet his family, and I'm just glad like to coming out and beginning normal life again. You're there thinking like you were in
Did he
there
do his 36
for
years?
the equivalent of what?
Longer
Not
than
even
we've
a
been
25 bag. Do you know what I mean? Near the 25 bag, like. Do you know?
That's fucking
Just a bad one.
Just over the 25 bag.
Yeah,
I
it's
can
big
get you better
business.
than my Ross, boys.
It's big business in America, this whole what you call it, war on drugs. Like
They
you
have
see
the
what
prisons,
happens with
though.
them. Like a lot of the times, like when these things come up for debate or for a vote or anything like that, should we legalize cannabis? There's so many people voting against it because their job is fucked. If it's, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
legalizing
100%,
any
yeah.
kind of drugs will affect their job. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
but see, it was
have-
a moral issue,
It will create other jobs for people now.
but now people are not looking at it as a moral issue. They're
I don't
looking
think-
at it as in a different way.
I don't think, man, that being banned in America was ever a moral issue. I think it was if you look into it, why it was banned and all the reasons why it was banned, it was fucking ridiculous. Like it was all about business and about
Yeah,
money
but
and controlling
They were
the market.
legal in the 20s.
Yeah.
Heroin was still legal up until 1920 in America. Then they legalized it. So the same addiction, people were rampant with it. You could actually buy morphine and things like that in a bottle.
Yeah.
People then were starting, housewives and things like that were starting to get addicted.
Yeah,
Big
well,
thing.
that's like
That's-
anything,
it changed
anything opiate based or anything like that. Like that needs to be fucking regulated seriously, like 'cause that is seriously highly addictive.
When you say regulated, you mean watered down? Because I ain't buying no water.
I mean, there should be a governing body in place to make sure that you only get a certain amount or
Stop
whatever.
rubbing your earpiece.
But I
man.
don't know if you've seen that, like, but that I probably exaggerated like the 30 odd years, but that man there was like 13
He probably got
years,
4 months.
13 years for enough for 2 joints, serving 13 years. You know, it's absolutely shocking.
He's like a mixture between Martin Lawrence and Michael Jordan.
Are you sure?
I actually thought it was a picture of Michael
I
Jordan
did myself
before
for
I
a second.
put on my glasses.
I did myself, man. I just got a quick glimpse. Like, what are we
man.
looking at? Space Jam.
Fucking hell.
Anyway, new topic.
Yeah.
New
No,
Space Jam coming out.
Yeah.
LeBron James. What do you think?
Huh?
LeBron James is going to be the new star of the new Space Jam.
You taking the piss
Really?
or what?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Is there actually a remake of Space
They're
Jam?
talking about it.
What?
This is not a
They'll remake
it's-
anything these
it's
days.
not a topic of conversation, though, so
Yeah.
I'm just throwing it out there.
But have you seen? I was reading something about Rotten Tomatoes today. Did you hear about that?
Rotten Tomatoes.
It's all a load of shit.
Tomato,
Yeah,
tomato.
it's a lot of shit. Like it's just a
I've
farce.
heard
I've
that
seen
ages ago.
that they give the likes of Goodwill Hunting like it's 64% or something.
The funniest thing is that it's part owned by Warner Brothers Entertainment.
Fuck that. That's
Do you know?
This makes
So,
a lot of sense. now, man.
what they were trying to say is like after Justice League being put out like on the movies, they were holding back, the review for it until like everyone went to see the movie, like so they got their money, like and they supposedly they've done this for multiple different titles.
Yeah, I've heard that ages ago about them that they've been like supposedly taking money and they have all like certain interests and all, like they're just pure biased about certain films.
Pure
and all.
bias, like.
So,
Can you trust
absolute waste
anyone
of
or
time.
anything these days? No. The news says no anyway.
Probably, yeah.
If it's not a shit movie that they're lying about, it's they're touching you underneath the table. Whether you like it or not. Whether you like
it's
it
your
or
choice,
not.
kid. It's your choice.
At the end of the day,
So you can like it.
at the end of the day, aren't we all being raped
Yeah.
when we actually paid to see them or
Pretty
anything
much,
like
yeah.
that?
This is true. Yeah, I feel like I'm being raped anytime I go to see a bad film. I'm like, you might as well have pulled that fucking €9 out of my ass, man.
Ah, stop.
You can't rep the willing now.
This is true.
Oh yeah.
But I'm only willing after I get raped because I don't know what it's like up until. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not really sure about this. Like, and then it happens. I'm like, I'll give you €18 for the next one.
Oh, Lord.
And you have to wear a balaclava.
No balaclava on your Mickey.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Huh?
What he's got out the window?
What eats?
Tell you it's good we're back, Shane, isn't it?
Oh yeah, better believe it. Like
Two
It is,
boys,
yeah.
they were on their own the last time. You know?
Yeah.
They got too political, didn't they?
There was no politics.
no politics.
You have to talk about something like.
I was waiting to see a peace sign there and all in the back. Jude with long hair. Yeah, man.
Oh man.
Hippies living in the walls of my house. Hippie circles, huh? They usually show up with one guitar, and after the weekend there's about 750 of them.
Hey, man.
We got these cheeseburgers.
Leafers.
Yeah.
What else is in the news this week, lads? What about McGregor getting his €400 speeding fine?
Fucking knob. He's a
It's
knob.
hilarious. All right.
Did you see him coming out of the courthouse? And he was
Come
like,
get me. Come and get
yeah,
me.
no.
Look,
He was
isn't
like,
that so
watch me fucking rocket ship. And someone goes, it's 1.5 litre, Conor. Yeah, but still, it's rocket
Watch
ship.
me motor. Watch me motor.
That was, I didn't even, I just about heard him say it, like, it's 1.5.
I heard it. I heard it and I didn't even cop it.
It still tore off like it was
Watch
a
him.
fucking rocket ship.
The hand over the mountain.
no,
Load up,
that's-
man. He's like Martin Cahill.
The
Obvi-
Jeep.
That's what he
But-
thinks he is now, Sean.
Obviously, it wasn't actually a 1.5. Like,
I
It's
think it
another-
is. I think it
No.
actually is a
It wasn't a
1.5 litre
1.5,
engine.
no.
it's
I
that
thought that, yeah, it is.
BMW.
Yeah. It's
What?
it's just a hybrid car. It's a battery powered car. Like
If that was the
probably-
case, man, it might as well have been a fucking a pedal plane or something.
your man was definitely dead serious. Anyway, I think it's a 1.5 or a 1.6. But you know, obviously, because he comes out then look,
Lambo
rocket
doors.
ship, and your man
Yeah.
goes 1.5.
I thought your man said it's a 1.6, Conor, and then McGregor said it's 1.5.
Oh, something
started
along the lines
laughing.
of that. Yeah.
But it's probably something along the lines of an RX-7 where they're classed as a 1.3.
It's obviously got to do with the electric motors. Do you know? But it's a seriously quick
I
car
tell
on
you.
the list.
Yeah.
It's quick enough for him to get caught speeding in anyway. I'll tell you that much.
That was one thing none of you copped. Why is he covering his face?
He's acting a fool. Look,
Acting a
doing
fool.
the
Yeah.
general.
Yeah, genuinely, he is a fool.
He is a fool.
Didn't
He is a
Jude?
fool.
Tool
Yeah, he is.
after that.
He's
like.
just acting.
I'll still watch him. I'll still support him fighting, man. But
I'd
he's
say-
just as an actual human being, he's a
Some laugh,
dickhead, man.
be some laugh if the general's family sued him for copyright.
I think it's the general's family that put out the 900k on him, man.
Do you think it's bullshit like about the hit?
I think that's all lies. Like, I find it hard to believe. Like, for one thing, if Conor McGregor walks into a pub anywhere in Ireland, probably anywhere in the world at this stage, but especially in Ireland, there's going to be everyone in the pub is going to have their phones out. It's all going to be all over Snapchat. Everyone's
it
going to
is.
be recording, taking pictures.
I'd be
if
doing
he
it
got
myself.
if he got into a big scrap in the middle of a pub, not one fucking video of it.
Yeah,
I mean?
that's a bit mad.
If one of us got into a scrap in a pub tomorrow night, someone will probably have it on fucking video.
Yeah.
Someone
Yeah,
always
yeah.
seems
The video
to.
will
But
be
he's
out.
fucking Conor McGregor, like.
Yeah, but if you took a video of a gangster, suppose gangster getting hit, are you going to put it out?
But outside the ring,
Someone would, though. Someone would.
outside
like.
the ring,
They'd
outside
get
the ring,
serious money for it.
his job is jeopardized if he gets into a scrap. Because if he does get into a scrap, it will get on the internet, and he'll lose his contract with UFC.
He won't lose his contract with UFC no matter what he does. I'd say he could fucking go and do a murder.
But
And
doesn't
they'd be
have, didn't Manny Pacquiao call him out?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
He has done murder.
Manny Pacquiao would knock him
He's
out.
murdering
Do you
the
think so?
I bet you Manny
the
Pacquiao
image
paid
of the
bollocks
Irishman.
He's not.
boxing like.
Oh, I reckon he'll probably gas out. Like, if he gassed out again, then yeah, probably Pacquiao would. Get
But
the
you know
better
what?
of him.
Actually, look,
I think it would
I
go.
say that now, but I reckon McGregor now he'd learn from the last boxing match, man.
I suppose.
Well, he learned how
He
to
learned alright, but-
actually box.
No, it'd be touch and go for about 6 rounds, very boring, like.
Yeah.
And then he'd pull a Mayweather on it and fucking tire fucking Pacquiao out or something.
There's only so much you can learn from one boxing match, especially at that level, man. Fighting the best in the world.
Speaking of boxing matches, lads, tomorrow Graham McCormack O'Shea. And he's debut tomorrow at I don't know what time, but best of luck to Graham.
Yeah, I've seen that. There's an awful lot of talk about him around Limerick. That's a Limerick fella who's after turning professional. He's a pro boxer now.
That's not the red-haired fella, is it?
Yeah. Best
Kind of
luck.
reddish, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Best of luck to him tomorrow. Hopefully, now he'll bring it home. You
Yeah.
know? Make Limerick proud.
Yeah. My brother and all his friends all got tickets for this Celtic Clash. That's what it
Yeah,
is. It's
that's-
on.
yeah,
It's on tomorrow.
yeah.
And the lads all have tickets bought since weeks ago. As soon as it was announced, they were straight up for tickets. Like, but yeah, he's all over the place. He's after picking up a few sponsors and everything.
Oh
like,
yeah, he's doing very good. Fair play to him.
he's working with one of the lads there, Noel, inside in functional fitness.
Yeah.
He's working with him, and
Noel
he's-
Bourne,
he's-
is it?
yeah, he's up and down into Dublin as well, training above there.
So,
So
There he is now.
Celtic Clash 4, I thought, though, no?
That's last year's one, I'd say, Mikey.
Yeah.
But I know best of luck with him tomorrow.
Fair play.
Good to see Limerick man doing well.
Exactly,
And
yeah.
someone we know then as well, so.
I don't know him, but I fucking feel like I know him at this
So
stage. He's all over
one
the
of the
place.
boys, one of the boys shared him on Facebook. All right, now giving him a.
I see him on my timeline on Facebook nearly every day of the week because so many people that I know him and all like. And then there's all these like.
Where is he fighting? Is he fighting in Ireland?
In
England?
Dublin tomorrow.
Who's he fighting?
I don't know, he's opponent anyway, but he got the weigh in anyway a while ago. And
I saw that on Facebook.
Right, so.
Do you know what weight he's fighting at now?
No.
A fourth down.
Jude is
29-inch width, anyway. Sauce in the burger.
what weight will you be, Jude?
Oh, snap. After last weekend, will you go away?
Oh man, fuck it.
Celtic Clash 4.
I was saying to you a while ago about
Dublin, yeah.
you looking for a video?
I have one. There's something to say?
Yeah.
Hey, looking for the video. I got these porn movies, man.
What about your one? Did you see that on Facebook before? It was like a meme, and it was like Joe. It was just a picture of a bird and her fella with his army suit on, and he was obviously just going away. Like, do you know what I mean? He was obviously just being shipped off.
White
And
pants.
it says in the top, bruh, same outfit and everything. And it's just a picture of her with her boyfriend. And the next minute then it's just cut to, we'll say, a picture of her on Pornhub in a video wearing the same fucking clothes. Just rocked her boyfriend off. And
Did see
off
that,
you
man.
go. And next minute then just bang. And I obviously checked to see, was it actually real? Like, and there she was, like, dirty bitch.
Oh, so that's your
Dirty
excuse to the
bitch.
missus,
It definitely
is it?
was, 100%. Definitely, yeah.
If you see any porno in my internet search history, I was only
Did not
researching
bookmark
for
it
the
on my
podcast.
Chrome. No, did not bookmark it.
Your one clearly didn't give a fuck. Like your man was fucking off to a country where porn is just.
Here's the
fucking-
best part. She got an absolute doom over Facebook. And what she do? She went on to GoFundMe and just said, yeah, I'm the girl that, you know, did that to her boyfriend. And if I get so and so much, like 16 grand or something like that, I'll do another one. Man, she is networking to beat the band, like, fucking hell.
She got
Like,
15.5 grand off Russell anyway.
just like that. Oh, man.
Direct debit set up and all.
Oh, stop.
Social welfare.
Couldn't believe
Social
it.
welfare.
That's just
Social welfare set up since he was
seriously
born.
bad
What's a
form.
social wafer?
But not only
welfare
just
stranger.
not only
Yeah,
just
that's when you meet up with the priest on the weekend. He gives you one of them social
Down the back alley.
man.
a few sociable ones. Down on your knees, body of Christ.
That's some bad shit though. That's some bad form. You know, not to be just caught out, but to be caught out by millions. Like
Yeah,
that thing
man.
had millions of views.
Priest
like, you know?
giving out fucking church fucking property there, man. That's
But obviously, she clearly didn't just give
pay
you
for
shit.
that
Like,
shit, like. I used to go to mass the whole time when I was a kid, and I used to. I feel bad now, man, thinking back on it. But I used to take the wafer for nothing, like. Everybody else throwing a few quid into the basket, like. All I could get
you know
was
that fucking wafer. Actually, give me out 2.
Fuck them.
Oh
fucking hell.
man.
Give them nothing.
I used to do Mr. Cleans then with 3 wafers.
No
Vanish.
one knows what you're talking about.
Oh man.
Yeah. But yeah, talking about Irish people doing well. This Shane will know this fella probably. The rest of
Oh,
you
I
probably never
saw
heard
the
of him.
oak you shared, the
Yeah.
drifter, is it?
Yeah. First of all, what a cool name. James Dean is his name.
Yeah.
Oh man, and it drifting as well. The actual James Dean died in a car crash.
know,
like.
Yeah. But this is he's from Cork. He's only I think about 26 now or something.
Yeah.
The first time I saw him drifting was at it
No,
was at-
Japfest.
I think it was Japfest years ago.
2000.
He was 15 years of age.
2017, 2018.
What?
Sorry, 2008, 2000,
Next year.
2007, 2008.
I think it was next year. I saw him, was it?
Did you ever see me drifting?
Huh?
Yeah, drifting off the stage. No, but
I'm
this
classing.
fella, man, he's from Cork anyway, and he's drifting since he's a child. And fucking, he's won just about everything you come in. He's the world champion now. He just won the world championship
he's leading.
recently. And that's an Irish motorsport world champion. And there's hardly no talk about him.
There's some nice little kind of segments about him and his family all over YouTube. There's some
Yeah.
really good ones. Yeah. Talking about his father. His father was a rally legend. There's a picture of him on on the bonnet. Well, the bonnet is gone off the car, and
That's
he's
him, yeah.
sitting on the engine. Controlling the throttle because the throttle snapped from the pedal inside that.
Oh, I think I
Did
heard
you
that
see
story.
that?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they finished the stage while he was sitting on top of the car, revving the fucking thing for the driver. That was
Fuck's
some
sake.
sick shit. Like
Yeah.
that's it's pedigree in the family.
Yeah,
like,
his
you
whole
know?
family. He's,
You know?
his older brother Mike Deanshaw was always well known for working on cars,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
modified cars.
His
and all
mum
that.
and dad were sniffing petrol the night he was conceived.
That's it. Like
Man wakes up in the morning, he has a piston sandwich.
true and true petrol head. Like
It's a weird one though, lads, because like
A bowl of cherry oils.
drifting is a fucking it's a serious sport. Like as far as motorsports go, when you look at the other motorsports, rallying is big in Ireland. Even Formula One is fairly big, like, and like drifting is probably the coolest one to watch out of them all.
When you said
Seriously
drifting, no,
exciting.
right? The actual fucking drifting is when you're turning the corner, yeah. That
Yeah.
whole NASCAR business now, yeah. Is that drifting?
Oh no, that's
No.
just driving around in a circle.
In a circle.
I'm gonna go really fast and turn left. I'm gonna go really fast, turn left again.
But when, you're
Bobby.
drifting, but when you're drifting, it's obviously on points. So you get points on how good your drift was. So it's not actually it's not an actual race with cars.
It's like it's usually there's two drivers and there's a lead driver and then there's another driver that follows him, and then there's clipping points marked out. It's usually only I think 3 bends I think or something like that in a row, but they have clipping points marked out where they have to send the car sideways and drift around the corner as sideways as you can without losing it, obviously, and then you have to get as close as you can to the clipping
Without
points.
tipping it or
Yeah,
without
so
going
like
over it.
they take corners flat out, turn the car sideways, rub their back bumper along the wall. Like the fucking precision involved is unbelievable. It's class
sometimes,
to watch. Like,
sometimes the precision isn't.
oh yeah.
I
Sometimes
watched
they
some
might hit the
fucking
wall.
car. I watched the car before, and like it's like there was no bolt in any fucking part of the car. Your man went down the road, both wheels came off, the back bumper, the front bumper, the bonnet came off, the door fell off.
Like a fucking
Oh man, it
sketch
was
out of
way too
Mr.
funny.
Bean
Like,
or something.
good old laugh, good
But
old laugh.
fucking fair play to him anyway, man. He's a serious driver, one of the best in the world, like, and he's Irish. Like the Japanese, like more or less kind of started off drifting, like, and there was always a fella known as Drift King DK. It was always John, and then it started to filter into other countries. But he's the first Irish person to win this world championship. Like
The competition he won recently was in America, though, wasn't it?
in America, yeah, all over America, kind of touring around. But he got wiped out in his last leg out that I saw. Your man hit
Watch
him or
Mikey
something.
checking his
spun out, but
Facebook.
Still had enough points to win it now. Yeah,
See what
Fair play
I'm
to
doing now, lads. Look,
yeah, drifting.
me
Drifting.
drifting now
Yeah.
on this actual
The old,
conversation.
my old eyelids are getting heavy
He's
now
very
as well.
dismissive of other people's opinions, isn't he?
Formula
Unless-
One. Formula One. Who
What?
watches that?
That's
second-
my point. That's my point. But you know all about Formula One. I bet you know who Fuckface is. What's your man's name?
Huh?
Lewis Hamilton. You know who he is, but you
Only
never.
because
That's
he was
because
with
he's
my
with-
woman.
Yeah, Scherzinger.
Yeah.
And I didn't even watch the X Factor.
And the rest of them.
That was
whoever the
only
rest of them
true
are.
jealousy.
Yeah. But you should know who James Dean is. That's my whole point.
I do. He was
He's-
an actor.
he's an
He's
Irish-
a
He's a
rebel
man here,
without a cause.
yeah, he makes the
No,
face like that.
Not
doesn't he?
him.
I
Not
know.
him.
Well, that's the only one I know.
Not him. The real James Dean from Cork. That other fella was only
The
acting.
real one.
Yeah.
He was only
The one that didn't
He was only
didn't die
messy.
back in the 50s. No, he named his car as well. He fucking was it a Porsche 911? Was it?
Yeah,
Little bastard.
not a little bastard.
Little bastard. No, drove him into a wall. No.
Someone, what isn't there a mad story with that car? Was that not put back on the road a few times and people kept
There's a
crashing?
curse with that car.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crashed a couple of times. Yeah, after his crash.
Yeah.
And there was some doctor bought it, and when he was changing the engine fell down the top of him and killed him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, there's been a curse with that
Then
car. Yeah.
the fella that bought it after him, then he had the car for about 6 weeks, sold it. Then 15 years later, boom,
Slap of a bus.
dead. What the fuck? That fucking car, man.
Well,
He
that's
was on the
what-
ground. He was going, "Whoa, that car."
That's what I said to one of the boys a while ago. He's one of the boys inside work. He started meeting this board, and he's only like to him it's only sex, but to her it's something more special. It was like, man, do you want to relax there now, man? Because you could be having a great night there one day, and then boom, 9 months
Boom.
later, slap of a bus.
Oh man.
Well, I hope she's not listening and all.
Speaking of courses, lads, you have to see that video. You have to see the video of the Banshee.
I've seen it. I saw it
It's
about
one
2
of the
years
funniest
ago, man.
things like I've seen in a long time. Like.
Put it on, Mike.
It's
very
9
long,
minutes
though.
long.
There was only one part, and it was just about your man about touching
We're
the
gonna
four
be-
walls of the handball alley, and that was just fucking.
It's hard to
brilliant,
say the Hail Mary backwards, but he did
He
it.
did it anyway. Like,
That's going to be too long, man. It's going to be like the boxing
man.
video we tried to watch the last
way
time.
too
and it was
funny,
like
though.
6 minutes long or something.
do you know when you hear children repeat stories that have clearly been told to them about by their grandparents or their fucking parents?
Try to scroll along the thing, Mikey, and see if you can see it in the the preview when you scroll along the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who is
Shane
it?
was
it's
here.
nearly the first
Which
one,
two?
like, you know.
What?
It's nearly the start, like, you know.
What?
Yeah, so
Just play a bit of it, so try not to get
We'll
carried away with it.
play
man.
16 minutes, boys, and if it doesn't turn up in 16 minutes, then we know there is no Banshees up there.
Oh man,
The Banshee cry.
he's like a pure owl fella sitting there, like in the corner, like. He has a set of rings on him as well. Then, like.
She's down in the dump field and Gallies. Coachman and the
Where are they from?
headless horseman. The headless horseman was probably fighting with a banshee and he died, or he just got his head chopped off. Yeah, or he was just probably.
They're from Limerick, anyway, are
Yeah,
they?
of course, yeah. They're talking about the Island Fields,
Fell
yeah.
off or something.
Oh, is it?
And the headless coachman, he got killed by a banshee, or he probably lost his head off a branch.
Man,
The rock, the builders broke the rock because they never knew it was a banshee rock. And some people say they got a bad luck. Yeah, bad luck to break the banshee rock. And then the builders got bad luck, like down in the shoulder, there's a fairy tree there. And the builder cut it down and he was never seen again.
man, that's the funny thing though about
Is there,
these.
man?
There's loads of these kind of stories in this country, like where someone
too
disturbed
funny, like.
a fairy fort when they were building a house or something, and then a load of bad shit happened.
Oh man, who
I know-
hasn't been told the story about the banshee and the comb?
There's people out there. I was told
yeah.
about the comb, yeah. I picked
Yeah.
up the comb and
Picked
fucking.
the comb, like, oh man, brought
Next
it
thing
home
you
and
know,
then
then 15 years later, boom,
slap a bus.
Fucking- oh, that banshee.
Oh man, way too fucking funny, boy, I swear.
Got a headbutt off a Banshee.
Oh man.
Or as the young fella calls it, a Banashee.
But like, wasn't there a motorway that was built? Were we not just talking about this recently? There was a
Over the
motorway
Banshee's
built.
grave, yeah.
No, there was a fairy fort in the way, so they had to divert the motorway around the fairy fort. Like,
This is Ireland, for man.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
that's
fucking.
it, like.
I mean, when I came home from Australia and I heard about this 13.1 and 13.2 bullshit, and what the actual the registration of the cars and what it actually means, because 13 was an unlucky number. My mother was telling me
Lucky
that.
for
I'm like,
some.
you are taking the fucking piss.
lucky for some, man. When we bought our house, it was
Why didn't they just-
number 13. The house was, and I was saying, like, I said to the missus, "Does that bother you?" And she was like, "Give a fuck."
You
about that,
crossed
whatever."
over to your man. He goes, "Do you mind switching numbers?"
But that was I was like, all right, whatever. 13 doesn't fucking bother me. And then by the
Slap of a bus.
time all the stuff was done, by the time all the stuff was done and we got the keys to the house, they gave us the keys to the house on Friday the 13th. That's 2 13s already, like.
The house is still standing anyway.
Yeah, it's a lot of shite. I don't
know.
But like,
There's a-
but
there's
the
a
likes
new-
of fairies though.
There's
I
a new
believe
strain
in
of termites now that eat concrete to come up, like they're after
yeah.
coming into Ireland, yeah.
I heard there was a new
bastards.
strain of double-decker bus that was ready to tear down the front of this house anyway.
I seen what you call it, the double-decker buses are back in Limerick.
They're
Yeah?
back in Limerick about 2-3 years, man.
I've only seen one for the first time there the other day.
Fuck.
I was
Away.
like, what the fuck? A
Man, you've been
double-decker?
stuck out here now for the last year and a half now, to be fair. Like. But their main route, they don't go out to my Ross anyway, because they'll be gone back. They'll be gone back as a single coach. But they're usually out the UL way, and into Raheen.
Yeah.
Raheen,
To be around
Raheen,
town as well, like.
Raheen. The Laurels. Huh?
Christ. Fuck it, like.
Would you like some caviar with that lobster, Shane? Would you? Caviar and lobster sandwiches. Shane, we're going for a drink. No, mama. No, mama. Where's Jeeves?
Tell him to pack my bags and wipe my bum.
Oh, Jeeves. Come Heather.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I like all that though. I like all that that Irish culture and all the stories about the fairies and the leprechauns and all the like. I tell you, man, people back in the day in Ireland either had serious imaginations or they were all eating mushrooms. Like,
They were
the
clearly
shit they
doing
came
that,
out
like.
with.
The
Like,
whiskey didn't do that anyway, for sure.
we invented
But Gene-
Halloween.
That was true, yeah. and brought it over to the States.
We
It was the
invented,
States, the Americans, then they commercialized it. Like
I can
make a few quid out of this.
We hardly invented Halloween.
We did,
invented
man.
Halloween, yeah.
I would have
We
thought
started
like
that.
that's pure.
Invented sounds weird, but we started all those stories about Halloween.
I would have thought like that was
Hauna, yeah.
Mexico. They do that all that Day the Dead. and
Yeah, that's a different thing altogether.
yeah.
Well, I tell you, if there's one thing I know about
Night of the
Irishmen, I know they're the biggest bullshitters you'll ever get.
Some boys were telling stories, all right.
Pure
Fairies.
drunken stories, yeah. But have you seen the photographs of Halloween back in the 1920s compared to Halloween now? The kids, what they used to wear back in the 20s, man. If you saw
Black
a child-
plastic bags.
Not even, no, man. That was back in the 90s. That was us. But back in the 20s, man, they had like is it the knapsack bags? Like they used to keep the old spuds in them, but they're like
Oh, I remember.
not wicker. What's the material I'm thinking of?
the weave, like whole bags.
Yeah, like that, but like
Yeah.
not made from plastic.
I've
made
seen
from
one or two of
fabric.
those photos. They're the
And
most
then the black
fucked up
holes
thing.
and then the crooked smile. It's
Was it
scary.
you that told me you had
we
loads of
go.
sacks on your face before?
As a
Yeah,
child.
look at that
Fucked
shit,
up
man.
shit, like.
Yeah.
Imagine that. No, look. Imagine opening your door there now, 2018. Trick or treat. I tell you one thing.
Fuck
man.
off.
It's a good way to get yourself shot, kid.
Triple roundhouse kick to
See,
begin.
boys.
You're not children. You're demons.
Yeah, that's some fucked up shit though. What? Teletubbies? That's exactly where they came from. We all knew now. Look,
They look like a lot of llamas, alright.
They called into my house, man. I'd have a sugar bowl full of
Yeah.
cyanide, man. I'm telling you that now.
dig
Full of
in,
cyanide.
dig in. Wizard of Oz. Then look,
Yeah.
First one to die wins.
we all know where we're getting the fucking movies and TV shows ideas anyway.
Yeah.
Some imaginations, though. Apparently, like in some parts of Ireland as well, they still they're very strict about Halloween. Like, did you hear about the carry on out of them over on the Aran Islands?
No.
They're all like no one. They all spend months not they all, but some of them apparently spend months making their costumes and all for Halloween, and no one tells anyone what they're going to be dressed as and all that. So on Halloween night, then everyone just goes out onto the streets and into the pubs and all that. So if we met each other, we wouldn't know, and they won't speak. They don't speak to each other because you'll know who you are. You'll know who the person is when you hear their voice.
Yeah.
Apparently they don't speak and all this, and
It's a bit wild,
it's
isn't
like,
it?
yeah, it's a bit weird.
That's what happens
And
when you
they're
live on
standing
an
there
island.
Yeah.
Nothing better to be doing.
Islanders.
Non-stop.
No, and I'd love to go to the Aran Islands.
It's
Ah,
some
savage.
spot.
I'd love to
some
see it.
spot. I'd love to be over there now for Ted Fest.
It's one of the very few Irish jewels we've left that belong to the
brilliant.
country. Like when in speaking in terms of the Irish language,
It's
and
kind of mortifying
Irish
though.
culture.
It's kind of mortifying when you go
Going
in for
over there with
pints.
an English language, with the English language, man.
Yeah.
It's an absolute disgrace, man.
It
I know,
is.
and it's on every Irish person that
Do
doesn't.
the Irish have Jews?
What?
He says the only Irish Jews we have left.
The only Irish jewel.
Yeah, I was like, do we have Jews?
All them fucking
in
Jews
terms,
living on an
in
island.
terms of the language and culture, man.
I don't want to
But it
shock
is,
you,
man.
know, but we have pretty much everything
It's,
here at this stage.
it's our fault. It's our fault that the language is gone dead. It's
Yeah.
nobody else's fault. It is our fault. Even though
Yeah.
whatever the English took it away from us back there, whatever.
Yeah, but it's still their fault.
It's it's there for us to learn right now, and we're all too late. We're like, fuck it, the English took it off us. It is, man. It is our fault that it's dying out, and it will be gone eventually, man.
Do you realise I'm still only just getting around there, and there? You know
In
what I
English,
mean?
yeah.
I'm still only getting used to that shape. Will you go away, will you?
I know.
Fucking hell.
Something needs to be done, man.
Huh?
Or
Something.
I'm.
And even
If only there was like a school where you could go to learn this, like
I know, yeah.
like an Irish school or something like that.
Maybe didn't.
if only every Irish school was a Gaeltacht, man, but they're
it
not.
should be. We
Funniest
should-
thing is, though, I know many people that went to the Gaeltacht and all they did was
And do you know what? I don't mean to sound
shift and finger birds.
don't mean to sound bad
Down.
when I say this, but Ireland now being
molested.
Ireland being multicultural, that's making it even worse because there's
Yeah.
the kids, the kids from Pakistan families, Indian families, Polish families, like their parents have a say that they don't want their children to learn Irish, and it's I think it's wrong.
But that's the same, though, for religion.
Sure,
A
man.
child doesn't have to learn the religion if they don't want to. Unless, no, wait, I thought religion, I think, no, is still...
But religion has nothing got to do with the Irish language,
Yeah,
even
but-
though it's a part of the Irish culture.
Yeah, but like those foreign kids like don't have to sit in for like learning shit about Jesus now. They don't believe in him. Like,
But the Irish language was here long before religion came to this country. Like,
It's long gone now, though.
How do you
Ah,
know?
it's not.
Far gone.
Not long gone. No, it's not long gone. It's still a chance to be saved, man.
What
Until
about-
I see
and what
someone
about
when I'm in the
Latin?
pub and someone actually
Huh?
speaks to
What
me in
about
Irish,
Latin?
and I'm not in there in Ireland.
Latin.
That was here before the Irish language.
Sure about that? How did it get here?
The Romans.
The Romans? When?
Dominant now.
Seriously, man. You're
Back in the day, like.
Back
in the day.
I don't know. But yeah, I don't know, man. Only fucking not long ago there was some politician as well. Irish politicians are starting to piss me off with this shit as well. It wasn't too long ago that they were saying that they wanted to abolish teaching Irish in schools altogether. And then closely to around that time as well, they were talking about introducing Polish.
Fuck that.
Because, we have an awful lot of Polish nationals over
Doesn't
here
matter,
now,
man.
and
They've a
blah, blah.
Polish country as well, man.
Yeah.
Fuck them back to Poland to do it, like. I don't mean to sound bad, like. Do you know what I mean? It
but
shouldn't be
that's-
here, like.
that's the point.
It's up to the parents. But if the parents are Polish, then the parents can teach them Polish.
Yeah.
Listen,
It's their job to do it.
did you ever hear of the Gaelic League?
Roly poly, so.
Yeah, but like
Simple as that.
You're very strong on the topic, but did you ever hear of the Gaelic League?
No.
Douglas Hyde and all them in the early 1900s tried to bring it into Ireland. They had the Gaelic League, and it didn't take off.
Yeah.
People are just happy with English,
Happy,
and it's as
yeah.
simple as that. Like,
It's just, it's easier as well. Like if
English
we-
it's an important language to have as well.
Yeah.
It's the most important language, not the most spoken. It's the third most spoken language in the world, next to Mandarin, Chinese, and Spanish. But it's the most important language. All the major countries in the world where you can actually make a nice few quid are English-speaking countries, the
Yeah.
likes of England, Ireland, America, Australia.
It's all about the gringos.
It's all about the Benjamins.
Gringos are white people, aren't they?
Aren't they?
Yeah.
But it's slang for money as well.
Is it?
No, it's not, is it?
It's not.
De Niro.
De Niro.
De Faro.
Leonardo,
How long have we gone, Mike?
Robert.
Around 40 minutes, guys.
40 minutes.
40 minutes. I think we'll wrap it
Yeah,
up.
there was fucking that shit there as well recently with your man, what you call it, talking about another Irish politician talking about taking down the Irish flag because it might offend some foreigners.
That's another-
Come on
this
now,
is-
that's some bullshit.
But this is the
like-
shit that pisses me off.
Why-
Like, you're in the country to
You're in
like,
the country.
respect
Yeah, but
our
this
rules.
is the thing, man. This is what exactly what happened now online. They posted this news article. Irish politician calls for to take down the fucking flag.
An actual
blah, blah,
Irish
blah.
politician.
Yeah, and
He should be
then-
shot.
Then everyone, all the comments then were all like, "Oh, fuck back to your own country if you have a problem with our flag. Fuck these foreigners."
And then
blah, blah, blah.
fucked it.
And then, but I was just like, no foreigner said anything about it. Like everyone, like just hears
Was it-
that
was it
it was
the-
an Irish politician that suggested taking down the fucking flag, and everyone is like, "Fuck them foreigners." No foreigner said anything about
Yeah.
it. They didn't ask to take down the flag.
Yeah.
All the
It was
comments,
his
there was all
opinion.
foreigners. Then, like you could tell by their surnames, commenting on it and saying like, "Oh, we didn't
Mulcahy
say
and Murphy
anything.
and
you know,
that, yeah.
we didn't say anything about your flags. You know, we've no problem. We love Ireland. We're happy to be here and all this. You know, stop fucking taking it out on us." Like, just for everyone straight away, fuck the foreigners. Tell them fuck off if that's their attitude. Like,
Wish
there
we
it is,
nearly
like.
had a full re-election just there. Like
Councillor said flying Irish flag at County Hall would offend foreign nationals.
That's what he said.
Like, yeah,
Foreign
that's what
nationals
he
doesn't
said.
say
Do
it.
you know what I mean? It's not like as if all these foreigners came forward and said we want to get rid of the flag.
Find his
People
house
then
and paint it
started-
tricolours.
Do you want to know what makes me laugh? Always the people who
Comedians.
complain about the foreigners taking jobs are people who wouldn't work to warn this.
Yeah,
I know, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Why aren't you working? Shut us not out there. and the tracksuit pants tucked into the sock. Shut us not in there at all, boys. Do you know what I mean?
So who give me job?
I go to Torres now, I'd be on that internet as well, do you know what I mean? Like, I'd be going for interviews. Oh my God.
Who said, who give me a job? Was it you, Shane?
Yeah, who give me job? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the attitude.
what? Did you ask? Did you ask? And did you ask in a nicer voice?
There's
Did you
not-
ask? Just go.
Try saying there's
Any
nothing
chance
out there.
you would give me a job? Do you know what I mean?
Right,
Instead of walking up and say, sorry about a job, cuz.
you don't tell them close their mouth, you tell them close their nose when they're talking.
And they're fucking lifetime dole merchants. Now. Hand down the pants and all. Fucking tracksuit pants tucked into the socks. Hunting rats with a fucking slingshot. Nothing off me, nothing off me. Hi, cuz, get us up at that Lincoln. And they're sharing an egg and a vodka below in the three-corner field. Go, we out of it.
Three corner field.
I'm after bringing up a resentment there for you.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Take a bit.
With dirt.
You're not deaf, mate. You know what I mean? Who's gonna hire me in the bag of glue stuck to my face? You know what I mean? I was sniffing it there last night in there, falling asleep. I woke up, my eyebrows were gone. Fucking hell.
Man.
I'll see you later. I have to go up and sign on.
Oh, man. Good lad.
Must be about 43 minutes now, are we, Mike?
He's counting the minutes.
That
But
took about 50 minutes there just then.
Yeah.
Good laugh.
Shall we wrap it up?
We'll wrap it up, yeah.
yeah,
It's good to be back.
Right.
Actually, turned out. I didn't think it'd be as I didn't think it would turn out as well as it did turn out, but we had a bit of fun, you know.
Yeah.
Good laugh.
There was no mention of rape, or very little mention of rape tonight.
Didn't mention pedophiles either.
Oh yeah, that was good.
That
Yeah,
was good, yeah.
Pedophiles have been dominating the news.
Dominating.
We need to stop
It's
them.
like hard not to speak about, you know, that shit. Like, it's
we
ridiculous,
stop
like.
the pedophiles, then we'll have nothing to talk about. Like, I'm not gonna like. I mean, stop doing what you're
Jude,
doing.
you just have to stop taking part.
I'm going for a piss.
Man, switch it off there, Mikey. Like, subscribe.
Subscribe, yeah.
Subscribe, like, iTunes, all that stuff. Mwah.
Smooches. Smoochies.